Mm-hmm. What up, Toes? Woo. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Bow, 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 bow. In the city, he sold tortillas on the corner, and the mob wanted in. Woo! All right, all right. Gonna be. What are we doing today? We got a few little estimates. Son dog, what's up, my man? What up? Colin, upscale. What up, dude? How's everybody doing? Man. What up, Jason? What up if you're here on the line right now? Let me see you, baby. Let me give you a shout out here. Oregon. Williams. What up, Manny? How you guys doing today? Blast. Yeah, have fun. You always in traffic in Atlanta. Justin, what's up, bro? What is up? Man, it's a great day. It's a great day, guys. Feels great out here today. Nashville, shoots probably like 70 degrees. What's up, Zach? Shout out. Man, oh man. Wild West. What up, dude? I hope you're good. I did 2 jobs yesterday. Some driveway cleaning, a little piecemeal house stuff. You know? Yes. Awning tips. Well, most awnings are made out of vinyl. Most awnings. What up, Tim? D18. Yeah, Jason, you need haters, bro. So good on you, man. Anytime you get a little hater, it's because they're doing less than you and they ain't hustling like you are. So good on you, bro. Good on you for getting a little Facebook hater on some of your ads. I haven't done as many lives lately, you guys have noticed, because I've been pumping out more and more content as far as, you know, the regular channel content. So I haven't. You can probably get that via Omega, George. Just check that out. Just Omega Chemical. You can check out that guy's stuff. Yeah. So usually an awning will usually take a pretty good amount of SH, man. Usually they're vinyl, so you don't really have to worry most of the time about color fastness. Most of the time. Now, if you got some, you know, hippie awning, dude, you know what I mean? Like, this is a disclaimer. I just cannot say, you know, across the board that awnings are going to be, you know, color fast for SH. But all the awnings that I've ever done have been color fast for SH. All canvas. Shit. So there's a product, I think it's called Winzol, I think. And I think it's built for, awning stuff. Guy stole your before and after, man. Before and after theft. See, that's the thing, dude. We sell a before and after pack on some of the stuff that Justin and myself have used. I'm reading your comments here. Carpet cleaner, Blast is saying that works. before and after photos, man, usually the thing why you don't want to steal those is because it took a guy, you know, getting the job, doing it right, you know, to get these before and afters. This is why guys are real touchy about it, because there's a lot of investment to get it right, you know, a lot of work time, and a lot of movement to get those before and afters. So you know, Justin has some of the before and afters that he used in the local domination course. We sell a pack for that. It's like 50 photos. I don't know, it's like 65 bucks. Honestly, I probably wouldn't sell before and afters for under $100. You got to think. That's why we put that out there, but because you got to think of the investment that went into actually getting it. All the work had to be done. You had to take a photo before, you had to do the work, you had to take a photo after. It's like getting the lead, doing the shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why guys are touchy about before and afters. They're not just a photo, you know? So, currently building out. Oh, we do our own before and afters, bro. Yeah, we do all our own, and then we sell the ones that we've gotten. So, some people, Colin, do steal them. Yes, that's not uncommon. It's kind of an integrity thing. You know what I mean? There are, you know, yeah, that's pretty common, man. Like, guys are just like, fuck it, I'll steal this person's stuff. So, a lot of guys don't take kindly to that. They're not really that cool with it. You know, I don't blame them. A lot of investment went into that. What up, John? Yeah, man. So, got me a new drone. Been flying that dude around. The kind that'll track you. It's a little like track you. So, look out for some drone footage coming up. Yeah, you got to start somewhere, but you got to start somewhere on a foundation of integrity. You know, that's the deal. You know, it's like before and afters aren't going to make and break a business, but they can aid in your ads and aid in selling. So everything here is always usually like a chicken and egg situation, because it's like, oh, well, I need the ads, but I can't afford the ads. It's like, well, yes, that's why I talk about knocking. I talk about, you know, guys who are in that rough position. You're just gonna have to do work. I find that that's like really common, man. Like, there's this thought that, well, I'll do whatever it takes, but that, right? What up, guy? Yeah, you could do that upscale. That's fine. Take a photo of every damn side, right? Yeah, there's a lot of guys that you're just like, all right, so I need to do this. It's going to be really hard for a while. And they're like, I'll do anything to be successful except for that. And I'm like, well, that is what's going to make you successful. So everything over here doesn't really matter. You got to do some of these main pieces that matter. All right, there's a few pieces that really, really, really matter. And what I have found is that it's like, have you ever tried putting two magnets of the same polarity together? It's like, and they like avoid each other. They avoid each other like the plague, dude. You're like, come on, can I get these together? That's what I found, at least doing this channel for a while, when I talk about the main movers of your business. Most guys are like, I'll do everything but that. And I'm like, I'll do everything but invest in that. Or I'll do and it's like, that's why you have so many bottom feeders in our business, is because they'll do everything but learn how to sell. They'll do everything but learn how to close at a profitable ticket. They'll do everything but learn, you know, the importance of marketing and content creation. They'll do everything but work after hours beyond the initial job, right? The work, look, the pressure washing is not even really the work. You know, it's not even really the work, because pressure washing, this is why a lot of lawn care guys don't get started in this game, is because they're addicted to that, like that $50, that $40 hit of cleaning the lawn. And they're like, I get this all year. I get this every month, every 2 weeks. They don't really see the work that's going into it and the investment that they've got just to get a $50 lawn and someone to agree to let them do their lawn care, right? You know, if you're hitting a customer for $1,000 a year, but you only do it, you know, once a year, it's the same or better. It's one stop, you know. But look, for you guys who are willing to invest in some of these things, right? You are willing to distill it down to the main movers of the business, the things that are going to actually drive sales and is actually going to drive recurring business, and it's going to get you the lead flow. You're already in the top 20%. I had a guy ask me the other day, he's got his site done by Aaron and he's ranking really well in his area. He's like on the first page, okay? Le totes out. A bit. He's done all this stuff and he's like, all right, so how do I get into the top 3, top 1, top 2? Okay, so getting to this point, if you're in a decently low competitive area, because every area is different, every city's different, every city has different levels of guys who are established and willing to invest in some of the main movers. If you have a city where there's like 5 guys who are just killers, man, and they've been in business for a decent amount of time and they're willing to invest in the marketing and they're willing to invest in the SEO, or they're willing to learn it, you know, you're going to have a fun little time going up against some of these guys. And it's just the way it's going to be. You're going to have to make a decision on how long you want to push for that. For me, it wasn't really a choice. I was blessed with the inability to make a decision on whether or not this was going to work. It had to work. All right. So for some people, I can understand that if you have a job that you're already making a decent living at, and you're like, all right, well, shit, man, it's going to take me 4 years to crack, the top group. If they're like really killing it in their marketing and their SEO for organics, I mean, obviously, if you get Google Ads ran by a competent, it's managed by a competent person, then you can start taking some of those top leads right off the bat. But you're going to be paying per click, which is fine. The end goal is to be doing that and to have a hefty organic ranking that can just drive regular organic traffic and leads to you, and you're not paying a whole lot after a period of time. You know, that's what I do right now. So Tyler, I don't talk about like CRM. I don't advocate for any CRMs on this channel because they don't pay me. So I don't talk about it. If you want to reach out to me, I'll tell you what I use, but I don't broadcast any stuff because they're not sending me checks. So damn, dude, you got hit by a truck, bro. Get well. Got to be careful on a motorcycle, man. I was thinking about buying a motorcycle here recently, but then I'm like, you're just gonna lay it down. You're gonna lay it down, and I ain't got time to be laid up. All right, I ain't got time to be laid up right now. I got stuff on my plate. I got stuff I'm doing, and I got a lot of stuff I'm building right now. 2020's been a great year. It's been a great year for me. It's been a learning year. It's been a transitional year. I'm kind of in a place right now where I'm figuring out the next step. I think it's good shit, Robert. I'm figuring out the next step, how I'm going to get some deeper level info. I think the local domination course is a great starter course. It's what it was built for. You know, but what you guys, some of you guys on here have seen is that the local domination course had actually a higher level of knowledge than what most little toe. Oh man, I'm gonna have to tell the audience what that means. It had a higher level of knowledge than a lot of guys were expecting, right? It's nothing compared to what I'm going to release, but it's also at an entry level. It's a freaking driveway cleaning at the price. But some guys on this channel right now watching this video have turned their businesses around with that info. So that was really cool, because just because there's so much more to be had than what's in that course, frankly. There's so much more to be had. But I also love seeing guys who will send me videos and texts and screenshots or what. I love seeing it. They were like, made 10 grand this month and they got the course, you know, 5-6 months ago or whatever, and it's changed the game for them. So that to me is a happy day. I love that, because there's so much more to be had. So it's cool. It's like, all right, so you got this with this amount of knowledge, with this amount of like hacks that we figured out. What I'm about to release is just, you know, a lot of my leads now, I just send them out. And I'm working on deals right now for that, because I can't just keep sending this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to send me hey, as Killian said, a price gotta go up. So I gotta be making money on some of these leads come 2021. I'm gonna, you know, probably focus a little more on lead gen and build out some stuff for guys, build out some knowledge for you guys, and teach you how to rank organically, like how I've done it. But also I'll be taking some of my Google My Businesses and just renting them out probably monthly, and some of my websites renting them out monthly, and the guys who want to rent those out, they'll pay me, you know, with a card every month, you know. Local domination course, somebody asked about that. It's in probably every single video that I post. You guys know I pitch every video, so thanks, Tim. Man, I just look, I'm gonna tell you, I am ferociously, I ferociously am just curious. That's how I am built that way. I am obsessed with learning. My days, guys, are spent, like, anytime I have a waking moment, I spend it learning. I'm grateful for that. And I'm not saying that, you know, that's above or below or whatever anyone else. I'm just saying that I have that natural addiction, and I'm grateful that I have a natural addiction to learning. I'm always reading, I'm always studying, I'm always trying to figure out the next step. And some of that probably was because of my situation, my personal situation, because it was like, all right, if you don't make enough money, you don't get to see your son. And like, that just ain't gonna happen, all right, for me. I'm gonna get this done. Like, that was, I don't know, it was a unique, I've been driven my whole life, but I've never been like that level of certainty and that level of drive. And I think that sometimes you need that. You need, some of you guys out there right now, you're wondering, how can I sell higher tickets, right? How can I sell, you know, I got a buddy, he's a very pronounced YouTuber in the landscaping niche. And currently I'm helping him with building out his course, because this guy's have done, he's got almost 100,000 followers, and I want to help him bring his knowledge to people, because, you know, he's doing garden beds and stuff like this for $8,000-$10,000 a bed. And I'm like, well, shit, man. Like, there's a sequence that you have for what you're doing. There's a lot of learning curve inside of that. But the first thing you gotta get, if you're gonna sell your stuff, whether it's pressure washing whether it's a course, I don't care what it is. I don't care. You have to get completely certain about what you're selling. You have to sell yourself. You have to close yourself first, all right? You have to be completely certain about what it is that you're selling and that it's going to be able to help people. And once you get to that place, obviously the deal has to hold up. You know, it's got to be logically sound, logically watertight. It does have to help people. But your services that you're selling, which is pressure washing, guys, like this beautifies people's homes. It gets them from point A to Z. It's what they wanted, okay? Like, you have to be like, this shit works, and if you don't buy it, I don't know what to tell you. I can't. Cody, what's up, brother? You gotta sell yourself. And see, some guys are like, you know, we'll go to Washathon, and I remember a guy, he's a good dude, and he's killing it in the game. He was original Washathon alum. And he was like, I just want like an ounce of Aaron's confidence. And it's really, I don't know that it's confidence. It's more along the lines of just certainty. Like, I know that this shit works. I have done it time and time again. It's like you telling somebody, all right, there is a road, two roads diverge in a narrow wood, dude. And if you go down this one, there's a cliff. And someone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, no. I know there's a cliff. All right? I've been down the road. There's a cliff. How certain would you be? Would you be able to speak that with conviction if you've been down the road? You see? You would almost feel like you were shorting the guy, not telling him about the cliff. Am I right? That's how you got to be when you're selling your services. I'm almost robbing you by not telling you about it. Right? Some guys, well, I really don't have any kickback now for, you know, selling my course. I used to early on before it was like proven in the market. Before I had like, I don't know, 30, 40 guys who have actually won and told me about it. You know, there are probably more out there. But who are winning with the knowledge that they've taken. How easy is it for me to speak on that at that point? You know, it's not hard. It's like, listen, you don't even have to listen to me anymore. These guys are winning. I've won with this. Justin's won with this. This is a formula that you can use and you can make money. And at that point in time, selling that and teaching people about that is very, very easy. So you have to get that certain about what you're doing. All right? I was certain the stuff worked for me and Justin at the beginning. I was hoping it was going to work for others, right? But now, after we sold close to 600 of them, it's at the point where, and I've got tons of video testimonials, tons of testimonials. Some of you guys reach out. I love hearing about your stories. But do you guys realize that at the end of the day, if you're not telling people about your pressure washing business and you're not completely certain about what you have to offer, you're robbing them. Because for me to not tell you about that and have all these other dudes have this success, I'm robbing you. I feel guilty not telling you. So you have to reframe it in your brain. Some people walk into church and feel guilty selling the pastor on a steeple cleaning. I have no problem selling him. And I'm going to cash the check too. All right? That's the deal. I'm going to sell him a steeple cleaning because I'm the best steeple cleaner this side of the Mississippi. All right? That's just going to happen. You got to get kind of, there's like an edge. You're living on this edge, right? You're not going to be like everyone else, okay? You can't be like everyone else and win. Because everyone else is going to go and feel guilty about selling. You see? They're going to feel guilty about mentioning that to the, and I talk about the pastor because I know I can hit you guys in the heart if some of you guys go to church, right? And you're like, that's the last person. That's the last person I could sell is my pastor. I want to give it to him for free. Well, if you truly desire to do that, then do that. But I got to give you the extreme example of, like, you know, selling to the little old lady who you think ain't sitting on a pile of cash. All right? Well, she just drives an old Cutlass Sierra. She can't, and she got a giant settlement for life insurance, and she got the cash sitting in the house. You judging. You don't know. You don't know what she's got. You looking at the outside. Close it at your ticket. Close it to where you can be profitable and sustain your business, and close hard. Be certain. I'm not talking about be pushy, but there's an element of certainty that comes through in my voice, my voice. I mix vocal and voice. There's an element of certainty in my tone. All right, your tone has a lot to do with whether people buy. Okay? What you say, everything needs to be scripted. It needs to be scripted to an extent. Okay? A lot of salesmen, they want to run on the fly. And your script's going to change a little bit. You're going to morph it. But there is a way that I'm going to sell them. Okay? There's a way that I set it up. There's a way that you can walk in and set that up for a client to where you are really the only choice to go with. All right? You got Ricky Tommy over here who's working on the fly. Okay? He's just like, well, I'll just meet them and figure it out on the... Okay, that's fair if you're starting in like your first 6-8 months. After that, you need to start dialing in how the conversation ran from first touch to the close. Okay? And you need to figure out the jobs you closed and the jobs you didn't. You're going to have a little margin in there of stuff that you can't really quantify. All right? You're going to be like, I didn't get that job, or I got that job, but I didn't really do it the same way. But you're going to have a way that the script ran. All right? All great salesmen have a script. All great comedians have a script. They're writers. Okay? And that's Wild West. That's an overarching theme, right? Your woman's going to stay around if you don't care if she leaves. Okay? She'll stick around if you don't care if she leaves. She may not stick around if, and I didn't say that you don't care if she stays, you want her to stay, right? But you don't care if she leaves. See what I'm saying? Listen, I would like for you to be here, but if you would like to go, you are free to go. As long as you can maintain the frame and position. The customer assumes, my woman assumes, she is in my frame. Okay? What up, powerful? She is now in my frame. The customer is in my frame. I don't go to their frame. You come to my frame, and we operate from there. Okay? Some people aren't going to be able to take that because that's offensive to them. But then again, they don't stick around long on the channel anyways. I'm not here to be like, I don't know. You guys know me now. A lot of you guys on here. Some of you guys may be new. You're just now subscribed and you're coming on live. Welcome to the Lean Mean Academy. I forget that sometimes. Some people are brand new on here and they're like, who is this dude smoking a cigar talking about selling? Complete and utter certainty and truly don't care. Like, I'm gonna close. Don't lose the deal from not closing though. Some people be like, well, I sent them the estimate. That's not closing. Closing there on the spot. If they're like, man, I want to wait a little bit, I want to talk to my wife. Then I call them again. I call them that day. I call them tomorrow. I'm not emailing them. I'm calling them. We're going to operate via tone. Tone is much different in person than it ever is via text. You cannot read tone via text. Okay? You cannot read tone. That's the reason that we have the vocal ability. There is magic in our ability to speak a language, in our ability to say, you know, how certain things go within the conversation. Well, Colin, you're 2 months into the game and you're not completely certain on how to price on the spot. Here's what I gotta say. Forget thinking about being like completely accurate. All right? Forget about that. This is guys like overthink this, and I understand, because you're like, holy shit, the driveway, all this stuff. All right, what is the square footage? Don't think about that. Zoom out on the situation. Go sit on a cloud, look down on yourself, think about yourself being really small walking around this property, right? Third person. All right, take a look at the property. How long do you think it's gonna take you? You think it's gonna take you a day, 6 hours? Maybe you don't know. You're gonna learn, okay? You're gonna learn how long it's gonna take you. Then think about, how long is this gonna take me? How much do I want to make? That's the first place that I go. How much do I want to make? Don't think about how much you can get. Think about how much you want to make. It's a minor adjustment, but it's huge. I want to make $1,200 on this deal. Okay. Okay. Driveway, house, little piece of the roof on the back garage, got some moss. Okay, $1,200 sounds like a good deal. A lot of guys are like, $1,200? I haven't made that. I don't make that in half a month, or I don't make that in a week. Well, welcome to the Lean and Mean Academy. We're gonna make that in a day. All right, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just telling you, man. Eventually, here's the thing. If these things were one-offs for me, I couldn't speak as certain as I am. I do this thing all the time. I will close these deals all the time. It's not like I'm hitting these up and then I'm like, oh, well, you know, that was once. All right. You can do jobs, $2,000 roof cleaning, I've done by myself. Half a day. What up, Deary? And I think that's one of the biggest things that we can learn about washing. That's one of the biggest things in my channel that I've wanted to change in the marketplace. Here's a few things that I know, but as soon as I mention these, some of my, look, 2021 is going to be the year of the spinoff, all right? I'm telling you. It's going to be the year of the spinoff. The success of local domination has been taken into account by multiple websites, okay? There's reviews, all right? There's reviews on it. There's companies out there who have bought it and done reviews on it. You could look it up. Now, I don't even know who these guys are. Like tech stuff, they're doing reviews on the course. All right. Look, there's guys who are starting channels now who are planning on building that out. All right. They're going to replicate. It's going to be the year of the spinoff. I already told Justin. Just watch. There's going to be like 6 of these launched next year. All right. But here's the deal. Y'all ever seen Temple of Doom? Is it better than Raiders of the Lost Ark? Is Temple of Doom better than Raiders of the Lost Ark? Not happening. Not happening, baby. That's why a lot of my rhetoric is kind of abrasive, okay? Because I noticed that most of the rhetoric in the genre is not. Most of the guys that and look, some of these are great guys, right? And I'm close with a lot of YouTubers. Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. Temple of Doom is not better than Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right, the sequel is never better than the original. That joke was a little too deep. I noticed that a lot of guys, we're not going to talk about pricing, right? They're not going to talk about extracting the most money out of the customer that we possibly can. They feel like it's icky. Well, it's not icky if the customer is super happy and calls you next year. Is it? So you went back into your old talk, your old don't get over your raising talk. Maybe your broke uncle talked to you a lot when you were a kid. And he said, well, you know, you shouldn't charge them that much. And it's like, are we serious? Dude, there's people out there making $10,000 a day, $20,000 a day. There's people out there making a lot more than that, okay? So we need to up our level on what we believe to be a lot, all right? You got to up your level. Profit is bad. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up, Smooth? That's it. Ricky Tommy believes profit is bad. He runs Ricky Tommy's non-profit pressure washing. All right. You got to up your level onto what you believe is a good price. You really just got to up your level of self-esteem. Will all the other people shut up? I don't care what all the other people are charging. I don't care. I didn't care when I cracked the code of me selling at a higher ticket. I didn't care what anyone else in my city was charging. I don't care. I don't care if there's a guy who'll do it for 200 and I'm 1200. I don't care. I'm doing it for what I'm doing it for. You see? What up? What up, Sean Dog? You see? And so what type of mentality does that take? It takes a little bit of abrasiveness, right? Because you're going against the majority, the population of people in Facebook groups, people, you know, maybe on the channel. What up, Seth? What up, guys? You're going against the populace. Anytime you go against the populace, you are going to create a stink, all right? Like, people ain't gonna like it. A group isn't gonna like it, all right? And I need you to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, and let me lead you through the dark here. Let me lead you through the forest. Don't be listening to all these other yahoos. Will the new course be available? There's already purchased the course. Because all the other yahoos are going to lead you astray into a lower ticket environment, and they're going to try to tell you what's fair. What is fair is what they think is fair. You've already bought into their frame. You're already off on the wrong path. There could be a whole nother world of money out there waiting on you, but you won't buy into it. You're just like, well, this is what all the other dudes that I can't even see who they are, they have an avatar and they're talking and they tell me it's the right price, robot. And it's like, it is congruent with your feeling of what is the right price. So you buy it. You know what I'm saying? You have to get a little uncomfortable. You have to say, I bet I could get $800 to $1,500. Okay? I like that. I like the way you branded that, Upscale. I love that. That's good, man. I think I can get this much. And I need you to believe that. Okay? I need you to believe it. Because you can. Okay? You can. You just have to be excellent. You have to guarantee your work. You have to do the right thing. Because the beauty is, work against the low barrier to entry. There's a lot of Ricky Tommies out there. All right? There's some Kims out there, Josh, for that. But I don't talk about a lot of Kims on these lives and stuff like that. Because Kim companies ain't paying me, bro. You're welcome, dude. I do in the course a little bit, but that's like probably the only time I'll start. I probably won't talk about Kims, certain softwares, and stuff like that. I'm just straight up, like, you guys know, I'll just tell you, like, you know, if they're not sending me checks, man, I don't advertise for other companies unless they're sending me checks, because frankly, you know, a lot of the stuff, like these videos, think about this, man. Sean says, if people can't afford us to sling that lava, they need to stick with the water boy. That's right. Hey, you guys wanting a lava box? You guys wanting to, y'all seen my box? Reach out to Sean at Arkansas Soft Wash Kits. He custom built my lava box. We're also going to announce the winner for the Reaper giveaway coming soon. I know a lot of you guys are wondering about that. But yeah, he's the mastermind behind those builds. So, you know, I'm hitting on a lot of things on this, but I'm trying to give you an overarching, like, archetype of kind of what you need to become. You have to have high integrity, but you also have to have high certainty and high confidence. If you can have those three things where you deliver every time, you deliver, it's not even a question of whether you're going to deliver, you can eventually charge pretty much whatever you want. The market will herd you if you start trying to charge, you know, $5,000 for small house washes. I'm not saying you can't get it. I'm saying that you probably won't get it a lot. All right. So we got to find there's a price that is, thank you, Upscale, bro. I will buy a cigar with that. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate you guys. Helps me make this content, and hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. You know, a lot of stuff that I teach is some intangible stuff. I'm moving into the Lean and Mean Intensive, which is a day training that we'll be selling. It's $1,000. We're gonna go into, you live the train, bro. It's $1,000. We're gonna go into, I'm gonna basically diagnose a lot of the GMB problems that guys have. I'm also gonna show you my system of robots who's automated basically the front end of everything from call intake to CRM stuff to everything. I have it all automated, including nurture on the back end. So that's why you guys see me smoking a lot of cigars. People are calling me right now, but how the intake works, how it's put into my CRM, everything. I minimize the touches that I have to take part in, and I haven't got a call from Home Advisor in probably I don't know, 2 years now. So it's a great day. Angie's List can't get a hold of me. These SEO guys that do these blasts, you know, they're like, your site's not ranking properly. And I'm like, bitch, what you talking about, bro? Like, you know, they're doing these cold call blasts on me. They can't get in touch on me. They ain't touch me, bro. But there's a big process of that and learning how to nurture a prospect on the back end so you get that recurring money. That's the deal. King Corbino asks, what's the main focus of the class? It's going to be an in-person class, okay? So you guys are going to come here, and I'm taking, you know, obviously you guys know I'm like an SEO sorcerer, all right? But I don't talk about this, but I'm very, very good at cleaning. It's not really like what I want to hang my hat on, but I might do like a part of the day where we do some cleaning. We address some questions that guys have about moving fast around the truck. Some of the things that have taken off a lot of the time. I'm developing that portion of the class because I know a lot of guys have questions about cleaning. Some of the guys who are going to be coming are newer to the game. Some guys may come who are just wanting the marketing portion, who may be in the game and they know how to clean everything already. So those are some things I got to figure out. But I really want to focus on dialing in. Well, Smooth Walking Dog, hey, we got to go out and sell something today. Find a dirty gutter and go clean that dude, right? It's right there. We all drive past this stuff all the time. There's so much dirty stuff. That's the beauty of our business. You can't really see a car that needs fixing, right? So an auto shop has to wait on somebody to tow truck to deliver it or somebody to drive up and say they have a problem. But we can actually drive around and see dirty stuff. It's very visual. What we do is very visual. So, I mean, all you gotta do is drive around. But yeah, the class is gonna be addressing a lot of the marketing stuff. It's not gonna be an SEO class. That's gonna be probably a year-long course because it takes about a year for everything to develop, because Google for local business is not on they're not on the type of schedule for local business that they are on for national business. Okay, so their crawl rate for local business is a little slower than it is for national. So some of the stuff that you do this month, you're gonna see really pop in the third month. I've got an SEO client right now that I've been working with since February, and right now he's just now popping in his area. He's like number 3, number 2 in some of his areas now, where he was like not even on the first page, and he was like number 7 on some of the other stuff. So that's going to take a little longer to develop, and it's a lot of homework in between. So the day class, it'll be a little bit different. It'll be a lot more hands-on. You'll bring your laptop. It's going to be very small, you know, probably 5 to 10 guys tops. And I'm going to dive into everyone's GMB for them. I'm going to show them how I do stuff, and how I've optimized my stuff on that front, and a lot of the automated stuff that I run that saves me, you know, thousands of dollars in time wasted a month. So I'm refining that. You guys are going to be seeing more about the Lean and Mean Intensive. You know, I'm just giving you. No, I do not go over any of that in the online course. I have a pressure washer determination to get started. Dude, my first setup was a rented Home Depot machine. So good on you. You got a pressure washer, dude. A rented Home Depot machine and a hell of a lot of hustle, son. Just some fucking grit. I'm coming to get this money. Sometimes I have to go and yeah, so sometimes I gotta go like all the way to 100 for you guys, you know? Some of the stuff that I do is really intense, and it's built that way because I gotta, like, some people watching this, they're brand new and they're like way over here. They're like noobs, right? Thank you, Dirty House Thug, bro. Dirty House Thugs, thank you for the super chat. That goes for Ricky Tommy's orthodontist. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. For some of the new guys, they're way over here. I gotta go all the way to 100 for you so I can bring you maybe somewhere in the middle. Okay? Does that make sense? If I don't teach you at this level, it's just like almost obnoxious, right? Like almost just like, shit, Aaron is just like abrasive, dude. He is abrasive, all right? I gotta be. Because if I stay here in the middle, the most you're gonna come is to here, all right? I gotta show you where you can go, and everything that I talk about on this level is truth, because you guys know about my SEO, you know the things that I've done, but I gotta create this thing for you so you'll pull to the middle and you'll sell like that, all right? Otherwise, you're gonna stick here at like 25%. And that's kind of the tone of the rest of the market, you know? They're all kind of banal. They're just kind of, you know, well, you know, you just got to do your best. Just do your best. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do your best. What kind of like little league bullshit is this? What up, Benjamin? What up, guys? What up? Let me see. One of the customers wants to seal their driveway and I never sealed one before. You could use Perk. You just call Perk. I think it's Scott over there. Sick, Colin. Welcome, brother. Yeah, just call them. I use their sealer over here in Nashville. They make a good little aggregate sealer, you know. I don't do any aggregate sealing anymore. I don't do any legit window cleaning anymore. I had a customer in the next video that'll drop, guys. Pay attention. I got a customer ask for a window rinse. All right. I don't normally do window rinses, but y'all are gonna see it in the next video that I drop on the channel. I think it's Friday. How I handled this window rinse. All right. Customer wanted to pay me like $375 just to rinse his freaking windows, and I was like, well, all right. But there's a few things. All right. There's a few things that you gotta really take into account if you're just gonna rinse windows. Sounds stupid, I know. Sounds stupid, but make sure you take these few things into account. It'll be in the next video. How many average hours do I work? Saw my videos, didn't know this kind of thing existed. Well, welcome, Daniel. Yes, isn't it funny? Pressure washing world. Who would have thought? This is like a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche. You know? Who knew people spray water on people's houses? On average, the question was, how many hours do I work? Well, try to work as little as possible, frankly. But when I first got started, I worked, 20-hour days. Wasn't a question, bro. I would go, I would hustle jobs, I would get some stuff lined up, I would do all my cleaning in the morning, I would come home probably about 3, and then I'd work till probably about 9, 10. Sometimes, okay, I'll lie. Like sometimes now I still work till like midnight, but it's just on different stuff. It's, you know, I'm not on the truck as much sweating as I used to be. But hey, y'all know the original videos, man. Shit, I got videos, and when I was in the Suburban, I may need to release some of those. I had a Bluetooth. Like, I was ready. Hey, listen now. Oh, you need some window cleaning? You got storm windows? All right, I'm dumb enough to do it. Let's do it. Boy, you learned your lesson cleaning storm windows. I'm so grateful for those customers that let me know when they call they have storm windows, because I don't do storm windows. I don't even do windows anymore, but storm windows, bro, that broke me. That was one of my original videos. On my old channel, I had an old channel that was named after my business. And it was not the Lean and Mean Academy. After I started figuring out some of the processes and started understanding that I was doing some things that some of these Elihu Goldratt, the Goal, there's a special place in hell for storm windows. That is correct. I kind of stay clear of storm windows a little bit, even when I'm washing. If they got storm windows, man, I'm not hitting them, because they're always porous, and you always basically fog up the window because they're just shit. It's like, storm window is supposed to like keep the AC and stuff and the heat in for these old houses. There was a storm window on this window. As you can see, they got some right here. This is where it mounted. I took that some gun off, because they always look like hell, and they got 50,000 spiders in them. They're like a little ant farm built on the outside of a window. So, you know, I want to give you guys the most value. I'm going to be kind of transitioning. I may start doing it like an SEO series. You know, just because I've seen that a lot of guys are just brand new, all right? A lot of guys are brand new, and they just need something to understand how to get started, you know, maybe to set themselves up. So I want to offer something like that, to where you guys can, maybe a little YouTube series, some stuff like that. Kind of planning out my content, what I'm going to put out. Really just gearing up for the training. SEO. SEO. What is SEO? It's SE. Search engine optimization. Okay? It's what I like to do. I get off on seeing great rankings. I get off on organic traffic. I love organic traffic. I love traffic I didn't have to like really pay for. That's what I love. I also love winning. Those guys you talk about that run your website, what other services do they offer? They'll run your social media. They'll post to that. They also do Google Ads. I think ads management is like another $249 a month plus your ad spend. So they've moved the ad spend to like $800 the minimum on ad spend, because guys were wanting to put, you know, $500 or $400 towards ad spend a month, and that's just not going to cut it. You really need to be $800 to $1,500. I was usually spending probably $1,300 a month, right around there. In April of every year, I would spend that. You know, but that can be an immediate bump for you in your marketing process, running Google Ads with them. They'll build out all your pages, all your location pages for your Google Ads. Basically what that means is, all right, go with me here. Google Ads has a quality score. They call it a quality score, and it determines how much your cost per click is. If you got a bad quality score, your cost per click goes up. All right, so one of the things you want to do, or they will do, is they're going to build out specific landing pages for each area you're wanting to target. All right, so I really target about 3 areas heavily, and they'll build out specific landing pages for the Google ads to where the quality score goes up so you can keep your cost per click down. All right, it makes the quality scores based on relevance. It's also based on how the ad is structured. It's based on the copy in the ad. There's a few pieces that really affect quality score, but if we can affect it positively with relevance in the area, meaning if I'm looking to target Buckhead, Atlanta, my page is built out for Buckhead, and that's what I'm running it through. All right, so Google understands that this ad is relevant to this area. Okay, so your quality score goes up, your cost per click goes down. You got to think, if you're paying, think about this, if you don't know what you're doing and you're running just blanket Google ads and you're running them to Minneapolis, but you live in Atlanta, you don't know what you're doing, right? You don't know why it's in Minneapolis, right? You don't know how to target. Look, your cost per click in Minneapolis is probably going to be $15 to $20 a click because you're not located in Minneapolis. Also, you don't have a page built out for that ad, all right? And there's companies in Minneapolis who are running proper Google ads, who are located there, who have those proper pages built out for that ad. I know it's just like, I'm getting a little deep here, but it does affect your cost per click, okay? Cost per click is also affected by competition, all right? If you got a lot of people running Google ads, yes, my guys build my site. Aaron and the team build my site, and they also run my Google ads. They'll call it pay-per-click, PPC. You can just call it Google ads. They'll run that for you. Find one of my videos. There's a link somewhere in one of those videos that you could check out everything they do. All right. It'll list it out. Just make sure that you mention Lean and Mean, because I negotiated the deal down from, if you're doing a website with them, I negotiated from $249 to $174 a month. If you go on the main site, you're going to see it's $249 a month. If you go on the Lean and Mean page, it's $174 a month. That's like almost $1,000 on the year of a savings. So, look, guys, that's how I am, man. If I find a product that works for me, I urge even some of my WordPress SEO clients, I urge them to go with Aaron, not because of whatever commission I get, like a little small commission I get off of, them going with Aaron. It's just that Aaron and the team build a proper site. It's actually, and let me tell you, I have not failed to rank an Aaron site or a Footbridge site at #1. I haven't failed yet. I've ranked every site that I've built SEO. I've ranked them at #1 in their cities and in multiple cities. All right. So WordPress, depending on the builder, depending on Lil Toe. WordPress is a toss-up. It depends on how it's built, how well it's built. What the schema is, what the data structure is, if there is a data structure, who built it, right? If they know what they're doing for local business, right? But that's all Aaron and them do is local contractor business. They don't build anything for anyone else. They don't build national sites. They just build local contractor sites. And so they have a formula, right? Powerful. So yeah. It's my first contract. If I land it, are you underbidding is the question. Not necessarily, man. Not necessarily. You could be spot on. But who cares, man? If you can stay profitable and you can learn, just bid it. Don't think too much, guys. Like, some guys will literally overthink their way into a late bid and you lost the job anyway. You didn't lose it because of the price. You lost it because you were late. You lost it because they already made their decision. You know, you're taking time that doesn't need to be taken to think about it. Walk it out, do the math. What did you say? Oh yeah, that's a good deal, man. If you get that deal, that's a good deal every time. 25 cents. Hey, you'll stay safe. You'll stay safe right there. Dang, dude. Every time I grow facial hair, it makes me look fluffy. I gotta calm down. I gotta shave this, man. Some of my videos, I look a little leaner. This makes me look like Zach Brown. Shout out to Hamid for the Jamie Garcia. My Father cigar. Shout out Hamid. Hamid, guys, I'm telling you, Hamid is killing it right now on the West Coast. Like, this dude, I think Hamid's done, like, he's got a follow-up process he's running for some of these clients, man, and he's just booking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in jobs. He just sends me a Facebook message every single time. He's got like 5K more today, 3K more today, 7K today. I'm like, dang, bro. TC's with the polarizing question of the day. Well, all right, what up, Pete? TC's got the polarizing question of the day. I have a question: who builds a better soft wash system, Cody or Sean? I need the best. Oh well, you know, it just so happens that I'm friends with both of those guys, and they're two different applications. All right, it's not whether it's best; it's whether it's what you're wanting, what you're needing. All right, because they're both really good. All right. Cody builds a complete skid system. All right. He has his Alumimax system now. It's not about efficiency. It's completely different. I'm going to present to you what they do differently and what they both do extremely well. All right. Cody builds a complete system. It's a truck skid system or it's a trailer system. All right. You're going to put that skid on a truck, in the back of the truck. It's got everything. It's basically turnkey. You can go use it today. All right. Sean builds, I think he does build some skids, but he's mainly known for building like lava box systems, that are really nice. They have external chargers, external charging ports where you just plug it up at night. They have internal trickle chargers inside the box. He got the lava box. It's redundant. It's got two 12-volt pumps. It's also got a 4-way mixer, and it's all in a box. All right. So for me, I already had everything. That box was what I needed. Now you're gonna have to add your own hose reel. Okay. You're gonna have to add your own hose reel, but that's fine. I go with electric reels now across the board. So obviously they're two completely different price points as well. Cody skids, 15K plus, right? Sean's boxes, 2K plus, all right? It's a completely different thing. A lot of Cody stuff comes with a pressure washer, all right? None of what I've seen Sean do is pressure washing related, so you got to have one, right? So it's not even on the same page. They're both build excellent stuff, but they're not even in the same realm. How do I bid a commercial job without looking like a rookie? Because I've never done one, but you don't know what the price. King Corbino asks. Well, there's no way out of looking like a rookie. All right, there's no way out. All right, you're gonna look like a rookie, so be cool with looking like a rookie. Right? Own the rookiness. Own the rookiness. All right, it's fine. You're probably gonna overprice it. I remember when I first got started, I had a 4-gallon-a-minute washer, and me and my buddy were pricing out these parking garages at like $40,000. And it was just like, I'm so grateful I didn't get one. Okay, I was probably way overpriced for the garages and for what, you know, other guys were pricing them for. Commercial is different than residential. Commercial doesn't tolerate as much high ticket sales. They have a budget. All right, if you have a relationship with them, you can definitely influence their decision, but it's a lot more based on budget that they have allotted for that than it is, you know, residential is a lot more based on, do they like you, do they like your company, do they feel comfortable with you, and it has a price elasticity is what it's called. The price elasticity is more in the consumer realm than it is in the commercial realm. There's not as much price elasticity. A lot of people say, hey, look, we got 15,000 for this job. Can you do the job for 15? Because they'll find somebody to do it for 15. All right? They operate a little more heavy-handed. But then again, commercial jobs, you don't really talk to a lot of people. It's usually at night or an off time that you're going to be doing it, and you're able to just kind of operate at your own pace. Not really your own pace. Sometimes they're assholes when they want you to complete it. But you're able to just get in there, put your earbuds in, and go to work. All right. What's up, Lorenzo, my man? Residential, a little more flexible, right? Residential, I get more per job in relativity. I also get paid immediately. There is no net 30, net 60, net 90, net whenever they feel like it, which I don't buy into. Like, hey, somebody gonna have my money, all right? Because it would be a shame for that little dog to disappear. You know, oh, you like your little dog, hey, yeah. Talking to the leasing agent. You know, that's a nice little dog right there. That's a nice dog. He's a good little Yorkie puppy. Look at him, he's good. It would be a real shame for him to disappear. I don't know how he would disappear. But we need the check coming in. You know what I mean? We need the check to be delivered. I know you can get the check. I know you can do it. I believe in you, Janet. I believe in you that this check will be delivered to us tomorrow. And little Peanut right here will stay in your comfortable arms, okay? It would be a shame if Peanut were to sink to the bottom of the Cumberland River with 2 little bricks tied on to his front paws if that check doesn't come in. I'm kidding. Yeah, you'll deal with net 30, net 60, all that stuff in commercial. So if you're a brand new guy, get ready to just wait for your money. That's the tough thing. A lot of businesses die because of cash flow problems. That's why most businesses die, is because they're waiting on somebody to pay them. Okay? So you got bills that need to be paid. That commercial customer doesn't care. So like with my graffiti cleaning stuff, if it's urgent, commercial clients, they pay me up front, which I cracked that code here recently. I normally just allowed them to pay after the deal, quickly, but now I let them pay me. I send them the invoice immediately, and they can pay me up front, and then I'll be there quickly after. So I don't let nobody play with my money, so I don't play that game. So just steal people's dogs when I don't get paid. Well, you didn't hear that here. You didn't hear me say that. I didn't say that. I just said it would be a shame if little Peanut disappeared. That's all I said. But what I'm saying is you're going to deal with that with those customers, all right? You're going to deal with them wanting to pay you when they feel like paying you, even if you set a term limit. Because think about this. In order for you to follow up on the term limit, right? Say they want to pay you net 60. Well, you want net 30. Well, you can negotiate that. But truth be told, at the end of the day, are you going to reach out to your attorney to press them for net 60? Are you going to spend the money to press them for your net 30 agreement? What are you going to do? You going to call them every day? You going to take time out of your day to have an argument or to have a situation? You're not. They know you're not. They know you're not. Because to follow up with them, to press them for that money, right? Because you don't know. All right? Kevin, what's up, dude? I don't really talk about much about CRMs on the channel because they're not paying me. So, but I do talk about them in some of the other stuff, some of the paid stuff I do. I just refuse to promote product. I'll stay on this for like a half a second or a half a minute. There's a lot of companies out there who are leeching off of YouTubers, and they're basically filling their pockets full of money because these YouTubers are building out reviews, or they're mentioning them, or they're selling stuff for them. And these companies have literally had a Cadillac ride just straight to the money because we're dumb enough to build out YouTube videos for views. We'll be like, oh, well, if I do a review on these chemicals, then like it could be really helpful. Yeah, cool, whatever. But still, like, these companies, man, every time you do a chem review, every time you do an equipment review, now I would do one for my boys because they're my friends, but it's just like, sheesh. Just find a good one that can do proper invoicing and that has email automation. I will leave you at that. Find one that can do email automation, all right? Find one that's going to do follow-ups for email, and then you could automate your QuickBooks. Most of them have that ability. But the email automation thing is not in every single one of them, and it will make you thousands of dollars a year. TCs. Cincinnati. You're right. I have, and they don't give a shit. So I don't give a shit. See what I'm saying? They don't care. You're like, hey, dude, I got guys. I use your product. They're interested. They don't even return the call. So we can play. See what I'm saying? It's just how it is, bro. It's business. I lived it. Look, I live what I'm talking on here, cuz. I live it. I ain't just talking about it. I live it. AP doing an in-person training. Stay tuned for the Lean and Mean Intensive. It's going to have a big-ass book that you go home with. It's going to be unlike any in-person training you've ever attended. I promise you that. There's not anything like this. I'm making sure of it. All right? That's how I build stuff. I'm like, what's everybody else doing? Go in opposite direction. Of course, I was that kid in school, right? Aaron, don't do that. Aaron, don't do that. Aaron, don't walk through that door. I don't, Colin. I don't. TCs, it's going to be $1,000 for the day. I'm going to keep it between 5 and 10 guys. A lot of it's going to be marketing stuff. That's what a lot of it's going to be. Okay. But I'm being completely upfront with all of you guys about everything, okay? I'll be completely from beginning to end. I'm going to tell you what it is, what we're going to be doing. All right. Killian. Dude, Killian, I got something I got to send you, buddy. Sick, Kevin. That's awesome. Stay in touch with them. Do everything they tell you to do. Focus on your blogs and focus on your service pages. They're not going to beat down your door for that stuff. So you're going to have to get that IPP. They're going to give you an IPP portal that you can upload your service pages. They will build them for you if you will just do it. All right. So every project you do, keep photos, keep the addresses. They're going to build out those pages. You guys could see that at NashvilleCleanWindows.com if you want to see like my service pages, right? The stuff that I built. you could take a look at what it looks like. All right. Killian, price gotta go up, dude. Price gotta go. Oh. I got a shirt that I'll probably be releasing sometime soon. Cause Killian touched me, dude. He touched me. He said, they're giving us the cheat codes, man. Like me and Cody. Oh yeah, dude. I'll show you guys Mad Max. I'll show you guys everything. Y'all could basically take photos of it. Y'all could build out the same damn thing. Upscale says, yesterday I had a house wash and the owner said, cash the check tomorrow. I'll have the money tomorrow. And I said, I'll be back tomorrow. They found some cash inside the house. It was a miracle. Oh. You know, I was talking to my accountant and I was like, so how do I write off a pair of Jordans? And she took a look at the YouTube channel and she said, well, you know, technically that is an image. You know, I said, have you seen Ricky Tommy? She was like, yes, that's hilarious. I was like, how do we, you know, that's part of the brand. Ricky Tommy's part of the brand. She's like, yeah, you could write off those teeth. I lost it. I was like, I didn't write off the $9 teeth this year. Damn it. Find yourself a good accountant, all right? Yeah, man, that's fine, Mike. They fit well, eh? Yeah, guys, so I hope you're liking all the new content. And the stuff that I'm putting out. You know, I'm gonna keep cranking it. We're gonna keep cranking it. We're gonna keep expanding. We're gonna keep doing it. Just getting to a few little key points in every video. I want to hit you guys with a few key points, some of the stuff that I'm seeing. Not take up, you know, like my lives. We've been on here for a while now, but like those videos are kind of the opposite. They're a little more packaged. I also got a new drone, trying to try that dude out. My accountant was like, yeah, you do a lot of filming. Like, you do a lot of filming. You could write that drone off. I'm like, shit. This is a whole new world. It's like, man, we got to get to a place where we can, if I fart, I want to write it off. I got to get to that level. Aww. Take that off my tab. That's another thing. I know you guys aren't looking in this direction because I wasn't. Get yourself a good accountant, pay them. All right. The first year it might be a little challenging. Okay, the first year, I'll be honest. I was in a terrible position. And I could not afford an accountant at all. And I had to pay a penalty on my taxes because I didn't file. And so the second year, I mean, I got double blasted, all right? I'm talking about like blah, blah. What did I miss? My mother threw me down the stairs and my shoes fell off. What's up, Charles? But get yourself a good accountant. That shit ain't fun to talk about, but I don't even touch it. All right. I don't even touch my stuff. They handle it for me and I pay them for it. And I'm grateful and I'm glad to pay them because the amount of time and the amount of stress and just stuff you don't know what to do, just let them handle it. Let them do it for you. All right, it's like the equivalent of a house wash and a decent sized roof cleaning. Worth every dime, my friend. Creates a little barrier between you and the IRS. That accountant gets to answer for everything. King Corbino, I used to. I don't anymore. A lot of times you're going to see me doing some of the work on because I'm moving more towards SEO. I'm moving more towards marketing. I'm moving more towards teaching guys how to build their business really tight. Last year I had two or three people working for me, and to me, I'll just be honest with you, I'm better at ranking stuff and marketing than I want to be at running a team. All right, I don't now. Can I still wash like a champion? TCs, I can still wash and I can still market washing like a champion, but I'm not looking to expand. I'm staying lean and mean. All right, like I'm gonna stay lean and mean. TC's my brother's got first dibs. He's begging me to buy Mad Max, man. He's like, dude, I want to buy that truck from you. My brother's got a third truck now. He's building out a big building for his wash company. He wants Mad Max, and I tell you ain't getting Mad Max. Ain't nobody getting Mad Max. Even if one day in the future I was to sell the washers off of Mad Max, that truck, I will be driving that truck. I love that truck, man. But here's what I always say. You got to go where the momentum is, okay? I had a buddy who started a business, and his business was kind of trickling along, but he works for a roofing company selling insurance claims with roofing, all right? And he was starting to make $20,000, $30,000 a month with roofing insurance claims, all right? He was selling. He's a freaking Jedi. He used to sell for me, all right? He used to sell for me. And I taught him how to sell. But he actually got really, really good because he's super confident. And he could sell he was selling house washes for $3,300. He was selling $1,800 house wash. He was killing it, all right? But now he's like, dude, I'm like torn between my business and I'm torn between my roofing situation. I'm like, bro, you feel momentum. You feel the pull. You have to go where the momentum is. Like, don't get romantic about this, all right? You got time. Just eat your spinach. You got a little time, all right? Matt, price out the job and close it, and I'll send you a check if you close it. I probably won't be driving to Spring Hill to price anything, but if you know them, if you price it, you close the deal, I'll send you a check. All right? I'm not going to drive down there and go through the process of doing all that, but if you want to do that, I'll definitely send you a check and make it worth your time, okay? I think it could be some good footage. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yes. All right. So, what do we know about today? Become certain about your process. Look, some of you go, well, I'm not certain. All right, so here's how you get certain, all right? Let me show you how to get certain. All right? Here's how you get certain. I'm reading your comments. I'm certain. That's how you do it. Watch this. Not certain? Certain. There's not a magical shift. There's not a moment that you're going to become certain. All right? There's not. Ordain yourself today, right now, that you are now certain. That's how it happens. People are like, but it can't be that easy. But it is. Because most of our thoughts are just drama. It's not even real. Half the shit you worry about doesn't even happen. The world is shutting down, coronavirus. It's like, bah, be all right. Landy Fryer, what up, dude? My music boy on the line. I ain't cleaning no big long decks, bro. I don't clean no big long deck. I referred him out. What up, Christian? That's how you become certain in your process, okay? You just make the decision. I'm gonna walk tall. I'm gonna stick my chest out. I know what I'm talking about. All right. Price gotta go up. Mike, rooting you on, bro. I will. I used to think, and here's how we're taught when we're young, and I'm gonna leave you with this. All right. I'm gonna leave you with it. I'm getting called by prospects like this whole freaking time. I'm just swiping up. You have to aggrandize yourself. You think, and we've been taught since we were little, if you go to grade 1, you go to grade 2. You go to grade 2, you go to grade. And one day, when you're little, think about when you remember when you were little and you were in like 4th grade, right? You were like, oh man, when I get to 12th grade, gosh, customers. Smokey Bear, they can. I don't recommend doing a dual site. I recommend having 2 sites because you give Google the proper. You can do a dual, they'll do a dual site. They won't argue with you on that. But I recommend having 2 because I want all of the relevant content on everything. Because you're gonna have to pick on your GMB, your Google My Business, what you are. It's gonna be hard to pick lawn care service and pressure washing service on your GMB. So you might wanna have 2 of those, okay? Just talk with Aaron about that. I recommend having content proper on each one, and what I mean by proper is a designated site for either, okay? Because if you start convoluting yourself, Google might get a little confused, and there's other competition out there who have not convoluted themselves. So if there is something else out there, alternatives aside from you, who are very distinct and concise in what they serve and what they do, Google's gonna position them a little bit better, all right? You wanna be distinct and concise with that site about what you do. If it's a tree service, you only talk about tree services, pruning, stump grinding, you know, emergency tree services, tree removal, right? I ain't talking about plumbing. No, do not. You're gonna wanna keep those concise. So they won't argue with you, they will build it if that's what you push them to do, but you know, they'll just talk to them a little bit about that, all right? Property management. Yeah, see, Dirty House Thug owns a landscaping business, keeps both separated. You're welcome, dude. I don't really mess with property management a lot. I just had a property manager reach out to me and say, I thought you said you didn't do windows anymore. I don't. I don't. Look. Yeah, Christian, you're going to run into that. Big property management companies, you're going to run into that, man. There's still a lot of loopholes, okay? There's still a lot of holes. You'll be able to penetrate through. You're just going to have to find it. I'm going to tell you, man, my first year was not comprised of a lot of property management stuff, if I'm honest. It was mostly residential. I walked into a few real estate companies, and they had property management division. And then they started, you know, just giving me all of those clients for washing and window cleaning at that time. And those were just walk-ins. I just literally walked in and talked to someone. So, all right. So, hopefully you guys got some value out of this live. I hope you're well. Thank you guys for the super chats. Obviously, if you ever super chat me, I will answer your question in most detail I possibly can to help you. And yeah, just don't ask me any questions like on here about like chems or CRMs or anything they ain't paying me, I ain't answering. But I also believe that you shouldn't do the same thing as well. I don't believe that you should ever work for free unless you want to, okay? Unless you in your heart feel that you want to give away your services. You should never feel, I remember growing up in the South, they had this little thing that was like, you should want to give away your services. You should feel inclined. And I'm here to break all that for everyone, okay? I want you to, if you want to give stuff away, it's because you want to do it. It ain't because you feel that your ancestors felt like you should, okay? Okay, it ain't because any other reason. It's because you feel like I want to do this for this person, and that's a hard thing to discern. That's a lot of childhood stuff. All right, excellent, Christian. All right, you got to sort through that. But for me, that's what this channel is about. Even though it may be a little abrasive, hopefully I can double your profits, triple your profits, teach you a few things on how to stay lean, how to not work on stuff that doesn't make you money. Because here's the deal, you're gonna find some shit to work on. But that's what I'm gonna teach in the intensive is most of the stuff you're working on, there is no discount code right now, dog. There might be coming up because we got some holidays coming up, but currently there is not, and that price of the course will be going up coming soon. But I got to talk that over with Justin. He wants to, and I think it's relevant. It's getting to a place right now where it's the top course, and you know, guys are making a lot of money off that info, dude. You know, I'm blown away. I got guys sending me freaking texts. They're like, dude, I made $14,000 last month. I got your course. I'm like, shit, it's only supposed to be good for 7. It's only supposed to stop at 7K. Why are you making $14,000 with my knowledge? Damn it. So, you know, if we go to like $349 or $399 or something, it'll still be worth it. You know, there's a confirmation now in the market that it is worth it. And it's not just me saying that anymore, which is I'm very, very grateful for. I'm grateful that guys are getting and guys are winning with that shit. I'm stoked. Anytime, look, I got probably 10 of you, not necessarily on this live, but on the channel, okay, who are in my area. I got dudes who have Chris's sites. They've learned it here, and they're in my area. Do I care? No. That's how much I believe in abundance, all right? That's how much I believe in abundance. I don't care. There's like 10 new guys in my area who have started and have let me know that they're in the Nashville area. There's probably more if 10 have told me, okay? There's probably more. Frankly, there's probably double that, all right? So, whatever, dude. It's not about how many get started, see? Matt, right? There's a few other guys. Look, I root you guys on, man. I want you to win. I want you to be successful. I don't know. I don't live in that scarcity land anymore. I remember living in that land, all right? Thank you, Mike. That course is worth $9.99. Thank you, bro. $99.99. I'm so glad that you're winning, man. That makes me happy. You know, truly the testament of a course is if guys can win with the info and then they volunteer their own testimonials. Like, you know, some of you guys have known if a customer isn't happy with your services, you won't drag a good testimonial out of them. And I've been really blessed with just building out the course to the best of my ability and then guys volunteering their testimonials. I'm very, very grateful for that. So I hope you guys are great, man. I hope you're able to go out there and kill it today. I hope you're able to close these deals. We're going into the winter time for most of us. Florida's not. But we're going into the winter time, and this is the time. I'm going to leave you with this. I've been on here 90 minutes. I always am like, I want to make this one short, Aaron. Make this one short. It never works. This is the time where you can focus on building out your sites. You can focus on building out your marketing. When you have a little downtime and you're not super tired at the end of every day, okay? You have a little time to do this other stuff. And this is how I basically did it. I would work all year. I would compress the spring, right? And as soon as winter happens, all right, I'm compressing this spring, dude. I'm compressing it. It's like you got a big car spring, right? And you're pressing it down. In the wintertime, I'm working on all the stuff. I'm working on my SEO. I'm working on my site. I'm working on my site. And as soon as spring happened, it's like, and I would launch into another. I would start ranking higher on the page, right? And then the second year, I'm like sitting at like 3 or 4 in some areas, and I would compress that spring in like November, December, January, February, and I would let loose in March. Boom! And I would launch back up to more. And that just kept, every single year there's a flow. You just keep quantum leaping. Do not take the winter off. All right? The winter is where you beat everyone else. If you're running Google Ads, you keep them going in the winter, because you're probably not going to be able to spend as much anyway. I'm talking about because not as many people are going to be in demand, but you want to be that top guy. All right? Keep your ads running. Dude, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. There's people who are going to reach out. Some weird ass commercial stuff's going to reach out to you, okay? Some weird commercial stuff. Like, hey, we got this, there's a truck